Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This one's going to be a little bit different one. I just filmed a 28-minute video and accidentally deleted it. Welcome to the channel. Anyway, you guys might be glad I did that because I was talking about how things really shouldn't be called political. They should be called, what do you want your way of life and your grandkids' lives to be? It's more like a movement of caring for your country, the men that saved and protected you, that gave their all for people they didn't even know, for your freedom, for your lives, your family's lives. What do you want your children to grow up believing in? You know, is there going to be a moral compass or is there not? And that was more or less what the video was about. And I'm not sitting here trying to be political because everybody's got their own views. And, you know, that's what makes us individuals. But I do believe in God, country, and family. And I don't like it when, you know, the left is telling me, oh, it's okay to do this, but don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like a lot of things to be allowed to be said and other things you can't talk about. I don't like that. Now, do I believe that there should be a line in sexual content and immoral content and stuff like that? Absolutely. Absolutely, those things should be governed. But a lot of times they're not. You know, and they will kick off a channel that's talking about how to keep your family moral and still have that moral compass, but yet let a predator's channel stay up. And that's, you know, I've heard several incidences where that's happened. You know, I believe in protecting our children, our military, you know, our homes, and I want a ruler that will do that and care enough about our country to not let it go down the hill and help other countries rather than our own. Our border is overran. They're talking about 1,600 a day. It's probably gone up by now. And they're legal, well, you might as well say they're legalizing in Philadelphia free drug use. They're turning a blind eye to it. Heck, they're supplying the needles in some places. This is what our government's come to. You know, and I know there's medical marijuana and that's fine and whatever, but it gets me upset when it's like, well, you can legalize marijuana, but you can't go smoke a cigarette. I mean, that makes no sense to me. You know, I'm a smoker, yes, been one for a very long time, but it seems like there's certain things that they have in their sights, but then there's other things that they're letting get away with that is more harmful and a gateway to harder drugs when you're a younger individual. It's just a gateway a lot of times. So that's why I'm smoking a cigarette today. You know, I don't want to come on here being political. And Grandma's got a big mouth, which is me. And I'm going to try to keep this video shorter than my last one. I am going to try this neck firming mask. I done micro needled my neck, see how red it is. I went ahead and did my décolleté. being that this goes all the way across your décolleté. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do. And this one you don't have to leave on all night long, which is like a plus, because I couldn't sleep with one of those. I don't know. I haven't tried to sleep with one of those, but just wearing it for a while, it just would rub me the wrong. I'd end up taking that thing off during my sleep. This is pretty easy to do, though. I think I got this from Miss Candy. This was pretty easy to do, though. It says, did it say the white part? But it shows it like that, so I don't know. I'd rather my neck get covered up than, let's try it this way. Because I did it upside down, because I would rather my neck get the majority of it than my décolleté. Just because I can just rub it on my décolleté. I'd rather it sit across. And I did microneedle my neck a lot more intensively than I did my chest. So I'm just going to say, hopefully this thing will stick. I don't want to keep having to talk like this. So I hope it sticks. But I was a little upset the way that Biden has cut spending from giving aid to our farmers, which without our farmers, guess what? We don't eat. You know, I'm upset how he lets all these immigrants in pay for their motel rooms, give them cash daily, and even supply college to their grown children. Get upset about that. I get upset how he wants to cut spending on Social Security, disability, Medicaid, and Medicare for people that can't afford it, and families that can't afford it, and seniors, and disabled, and veterans. I get upset about that. But yet, all in all, he will give money to Ukraine, and he will supply aid to a lot of these cartels, that members that are coming across our border with make-believe opioids and fentanyl that are killing our people. Get upset about that. You know, it's just, I get upset with them in Philadelphia and Kensington. They turn a blind eye to drug sales, drug buys, and drug use. They're not doing anything about it, and people are dying by the thousands. You know, not only in Philadelphia, but across our country. You know, and it's these illegal cartels, a lot of them, that are supplying it. I get upset to where they're even adding horse tranquilizer into this medication that is killing people. So, you know, I'm not really political. I just am one with common sense. Somebody's calling me and I'm not going to answer it, because then it will cut off my video. So no thank you. And it says no caller ID. So if I can't have your number when you know mine, no, it doesn't work that way. So, I don't know. These are just, you know, some things when you've got people on disability, and if it wasn't for me and my mom together, we wouldn't be able to afford housing. You know, we can't afford over a $400 light bill right now. You know, so it's like they keep going up on all these things, but yet giving aid, and I'm talking billions now, billions, to Ukraine. And I feel bad for Ukraine, because they shouldn't have even jumped into this, you know, knowing that they'd be crushed. A lot of their people are dying, you know, in this war. Their young men are dying in this war. You know, and all we can do is just keep feeding it and keep feeding what until there is no more Ukraine. You know, that's what gets, and then it just puts us in a bad state to where we could be going to war. Come on now. You know, I mean, you can say what you want about Trump, But that was the best years we've had in a while. You know, people were getting jobs. You know, he gave us what aid we needed. You know, he was putting up the wall to where a lot of immigrants wasn't able to come in. And if they were coming in, they had to go through the same ordeal that my grandparents on each side had to do. You know, Ellis Island, and I mean, my Scottish grandfather, my Irish grandfather, you know, they had to do it for their families and themselves. You know, they stayed at Ellis Island for God knows how long. I mean, why aren't these other people having to go through all this? Instead of just saying, okay, what town do you want to go to? And they can supply your hotel rooms and your medical, you know, and your money for food and whatever else you need. And we got our veterans out on the streets dying, and we got, you know, other people that get hooked on these drugs that are out there dying. You're putting disabled people out on the streets. You know, you're cutting spending in medical for the seniors and disabled. Heck, I can't even go to a specialist anymore. To get any major tests done, I have got to go to a hospital. Because they won't see me. And then if they do see me, and if there's any tests that need to be done, they can't do them independent, you know, or at their office. I've got to go through the hospital to have them done. You know, my doctors get paid $3. It might have gone down now, even lower, but $3 to see me. You know, and it's like, no wonder I can't get a specialist, because I ain't gonna see nobody for $3. You kidding? So either I gotta pay out of pocket, or I gotta go through a hospital for a specialist. And that's really hard to do. You know, because they won't assign me to the one down the road. I've either got to go to Inverness or I've got to go to Shands. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm going to leave this sit here. It said to leave it set for 20 minutes. So I'm going to do that. If I was on my other platform, I could pause it and come back, but I'm not. Thank you, iPhone. It's even sad I got to get another app to where I can pause it, being, you know, I paid, I don't know, $1,200 for this flipping phone and don't even have pause on it. Anyway, don't get me started. Told you I got a big mouth today. So I hope you guys ain't too mad at me, but I just get really upset that you'll aid the immigrants but not our farmers. That makes totally no sense. At least Trump's out there trying to do something. You know, and I do believe in having gas for my car instead of plugging it in like a microwave. I do believe in it. You know, so I mean, you could counteract anything they're saying, even when it comes to global warming. I have you know, our planet goes through a cooling and it goes through a warming all naturally, all by itself. Well, they can take their jets and ride in their limousines and have their mansions, but don't you do any of that. Don't you drive a car. Don't you dare. So it seems a little one-sided to me. I don't see them riding a bike to do their business. Anyway, it just makes me mad. Don't get me going. Anyway, some thoughts from this big mouth to me, at least today. But I hope you guys ain't too mad at me, but you're not going to speak my mind, because that's what we do. Welcome to the channel. I'm not here to win the popularity contest, but I am here to open my big mouth. So I hope you guys stay throughout the whole video. I love you guys so very much, and I will pull this off later, but it feels really good. And I'll see you on the next one. Love you bunches. Don't be mad at me, okay?